Hello and greetings, everyone. A fine Wednesday to you all. I know it's quite bizarre. It's not my normal shtick, but here I be, and I'm glad if you're here. Never a requirement, but always appreciated. And to my great joy, I am not alone this Wednesday, for I have my good bud, Cosmic Keyframe Productions.
Hello.
Hello to you. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm about to say hi to my own stream on Twitch.
Hello to Twitchy Twitch.
Twitchy Twitch. All right, let me just, I always play the same song when I start.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
There we go. Yeah, you wouldn't. Hello, everyone. Hello. I am live once again, and I have a friend with me. I have Silver-Quill, who's streaming his own stuff on YouTube.
Greetings, people of the interwebs. I mean you great harm. No, wait.
He definitely means you great harm.
Oh,
but hello, Silver's chat. Hello, my chat. How are you guys doing?
Hello, all the chatters. It's good to have you here on either stream.
Indeed.
Now, normally I like to give a quick shout out to some people in the chats. Just because...
shout them out.
I shall with like Cherry Fluffbelly Official, Enderpup, I'm Adam Leisman. Pokemon Fire Eevee, you've been having a tough day. I'm sorry for that. Let's see if we can't turn it around just a little. Swordbreaker 12 is here, along with Crimson Raid 1199, Gojalion 91, Commodra Steel, our bud MLP Trinary. Good to have you here.
Hi, Trinary.
Adam Leisman wants to know, are we going to have a video? Yes, we've got a video. Jeff Okasinski is here, and Elizabeth Snowbell, guten tag to you. Zapstride Gaming, Crash Bandicoot Edward 469, greatest time. Oh my.
Oh, okay.
Amy Majesty 25, Amethyst Majesty 25, apologies there. And yes, I believe that's everybody for the moment. So, Key, how you be?
You know, I'm existing. I'm doing my thing. Being out in space, just doing the things that space people do. What about you?
Well, while you're spacing out...
Oh, God.
I'm actually envying... leaving the planet for a little bit sounds kind of nice. I'm trying to get working on a video, but I'm trying very hard not to check the news all day.
Check it. There comes a certain point where keeping up with current events just kind of leaves you in a place of where you can't take care of yourself, you can't take care of others. So you got to learn sometimes how to balance it. The 24-hour news cycle was a mistake.
A huge mistake, but well, what can I say? I got home from the streaming a racetrack on Saturday night, pretty late, and first thing I see when I sit down for dinner and just veg on some videos. Oh, well, we bombed Iran. Okay, what's all that then?
Yeah, neat.
And so it goes.
Oh, thank you for following.
Uh-oh. Trinary had 2 wisdom teeth extracted. Oh,
gross. Stop that.
Well, he's tripping the light fantastic on oxycodone right now. Dizzy and vaguely nauseous. I thought that was how most people reacted to my puns.
Boo! Boo!
But not inaccurate.
I mean, no, not inaccurate, but not welcomed either.
Alrighty. Oh my goodness. But, well, like I say, that's as much current events commentary as I want to give. For we have art to talk about Art and ponies.
Yes.
And,
Art is how we escape the world.
or how we add to it in a positive way.
Silver is a little quiet. Let me try to fix that.
I mean, I could scream real loud, but I don't think they'd appreciate that.
No, you don't need to do that. You're good. You're good.
Hey, Keyframe. Hey.
Oh, don't whisper. It's so much worse since I turned you up.
I know. Does this sound creepy to you? Come on in here.
Okay.
I just need to talk to you about refinancing your car.
Okay, I don't even have a car. You can go away now.
Okay then.
But to Cherry, what does !SR mean? Oh, I have a bot that you can do !SR and you can put in a song request for music to be played in the background, so I don't have to do all the work of having background music. It's your guys' choice.
Oh, really? That's an interesting. But how do you
set
up?
Yeah, it's called Moobot.
Moobot?
Yeah, it's like Nightbot. So you make it like a moderator of your like channel. It could be YouTube or Twitch, and then you can have it as long as you have their page open. Then you can do song requests.
Fascinating.
Hi, sleepy autism. Ironic, you're awake.
Or maybe there's sleepwatching.
Ah, they could be.
Conspiracy.
Shut up. Be quiet. Leave.
I don't think I can. I can't leave. Well, one of these streams is mine.
Yeah, one of these streams is yours.
One of these streams is not like the other.
But so what are you working on your working Wednesday, Silver?
Well, I'm working on an audience fit for my next video, which means seeing a lot of familiar faces to fill up Ponyville. Let's see here. Ponyville Town Hall 3D entrance. Yes, there we are. So I've layered the Ponyville Town Hall interior. I've got models for Celestia and Luna, flowing manes and tails to be added. Fancy and Fleur de Lait is over yonder. I've got the main. Oh, here we go. Marangles, pony set standing. So I've got a whole bunch of characters ready to welcome Spike. Though now I'm thinking Ember and Thorax should be on like a platform as they're essentially visiting dignitaries. But I realize there are some characters that I need to draw in the third quarter back turn.
Which is a pose that everyone is super cool and mature about. Oh, Crimson! Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. You did not have to do that. Thank you so much.
And a quick hello to LB308, Kenisu of Dragons. And, oh wait, I said hello to Crimson Rain. Good to see y'all. So, let me just see here.
I'm very glad that now my friend Jay now has a subscription thanks to you, Crimson. Everyone enjoy Max saying you made a really bad decision for the next couple minutes.
Oh, couple minutes?
That's my.
Oh no. You've
not couple minutes. I have it as my subscription noise. I asked Max hey, can you just record yourself saying you made a really bad decision?
Oh.
And I made that my sub notification sound for my subathon when I debuted my VTuber, and I never changed it back. I didn't realize that when people gift subs, it'll repeat the noise. So you just hear, you made a really bad decision. You made a really bad decision. And it's like, oh, shut up.
Well, the best laid plans. But meanwhile, I realized my need to restart the capture on my stream. So here we go. Town Hall. All manner of... Indeed. Oh, no, I don't have that right away. I need to expand my soundboard. So I got the main 6 ready to go, visiting dignitaries, and Big Mac.
Mm-hmm.
This has also led to some startling realizations. Case in point, do you know that Starlight, to my memory, never interacted with Sakura?
Well, I'm not surprised. Not a lot of characters interacted with Sakura, given the fact that people just forgot to use Sakura at a certain point.
But I have
But
not.
they never interact even in like the comic books?
No, not that I'm aware. They were in the same room when Twilight put together teams to visit other countries, but they never directly spoke with one another.
Ah, that's weird. That is a weird thing.
Oh, and to answer Swordbreaker, no music today because I have the quality of Keyframe's conversation and moans as I make my various jokes. Plus,
yeah, groans is probably the more operative word there, but yes, continue.
And also, I don't want the music on my end to get in the way of her music on her end, and then it all becomes crazy go nuts.
It just becomes a bunch of gobbledygook.
And that's the worst kind of gobbledy.
I have found out that I use words that I don't think are used in a proper lexicon anymore. Because I've heard the word, like the phrase gobbledygook, like before on like TV and stuff, and like I guess the elders of my family using it. And then when I say it, everyone's like, what is this nonsense word? Is this like skibbity? And I'm like, no, in no universe is it like that.
Is it getting its own movie?
Gobbledygook, the movie. But like, I mean, also, I guess Yiddish terms are just a dying breed of like terms, because I said like a few days ago to someone, like, this this performance had a lot of chutzpah, and they looked at me like I just made up a language, and I'm like, what is chutzpah not like a phrase people know? It's crazy.
No, it's all quite crazy. But well, I checked myself on saying gobbledy instead of the other word, because if I remember from MASH, that was a slur at one point. I don't know if it still is.
Gobbledy?
Nope, the other part. Just on its own. It's very strange. I'm not sure if that's still a thing, but
I don't think it's I don't think it's spelt the same.
Probably not. I only heard it, not seen it spelled.
But yes, to people wondering what I'm doing on my stream. Oh, Black Extreme, thank you for gifting a sub to Spunky Rabbit. I recently got into resin, so I am doing some resin painting. So what I'm painting here is all with UV resin. So you're going to see that UV lamp come out a lot, because I basically have to cure it between layers, especially with a character like Sunset, who has mustard and ketchup hair.
And bacon.
I mean, honestly, her hair started to look more like bacon when she got reformed. Because you notice that they desaturated her. Oh, thank you for the $5. I think I went on the TV tropes page for Equestria Girls yesterday just because, and they point out that like her hair gets desaturated when like Rainbow Rocks onwards, and like her hair becomes more curly as the franchise went on. Like you see that she has like more of those little like swoopy curls on her like shoulders and stuff when it came to like the digital shorts and things like that. And it's like to make her more like innocent looking and sweet. And it's like, screw that. I want her to look like a baddie. What? Good people can't look bad?
I always just thought they took a lot of the curls out of her hair for like the spring break. I've heard of letting your hair down, but whatever product she was using just gave out on her. It's like, Sunset, you're looking like a wet blanket here.
I mean, like, you know, I think enough time has passed that I think we need like a resurgence in Equestria Girls appreciation, because man, that franchise was actually really good.
Off to a rough start, but yeah.
Yeah, like Rainbow Rocks is genuinely a really good movie. And I really like the Legend of Everfree movie. Friendship Games is fine. But like I sat down and watched like you can't call it a TV show because it was a series of YouTube shorts, but they were basically episodes of a show. They were good. Like, they were just a fun, good show. And I find it impressive that they were able to do a show where these characters, who are just human counterparts of characters we've already watched for like half a decade at that point, are completely different characters. Like, it's the proper alternate universe show, and it's crazy.
But then, well, with the... I remember last week, we were talking Equestria Girls a little bit in the chat, or rather characters, and a lot of people were still not big fans of the Flash Sentry. Because...
well, you know what? Those people need to grow up and, you know, I don't know, see if their chocolate milk is spoiled, because Flash is great. Flash is a good boy.
Well, that's just it. It's not so much, oh, he stole my waifu. My waifu. But the phrase generically nice came out. And I've been thinking about that off and on. Just like, what is it to be generically nice? And why does that not...
Thank you for the $60. Sorry, someone donated $60. I had to acknowledge that.
Hey ha, nicely done.
Yeah, thank you. But yet you were saying it's not I stole my waifu.
My waifu. Waifu.
Bill Hader, they took our waifus.
That's right. We'll just make it all kinds of crazy. But I do find the concept of generically nice. How many characters could you assail under that?
That are just like they don't have much behind them than nice, or that their main trait is kindness?
I would say that they don't have much beyond that, or, you know, they're nice, and that niceness is never truly challenged.
I mean, like, but I mean, like, I'm sure I could find some characters who fit that repertoire, but also, like, is that like a problem to have like times to have characters where their niceness isn't challenged and it's just like appreciated? And I would argue Flash does get his kindness challenged because a lot of people just treat him like crap. Like,
well, especially Sunset.
Yeah, like it's just a thing of like he tries and then he gets constantly shut down. I don't think he's an example of niceness that's never challenged. The problem is that I know characters who their main trait is being like nice and happy and energetic, and usually the stories follow around the cynical people who don't like them, but they're the ones getting challenged, not the nice person. You know, the SpongeBob Squidward mentality.
Because what was I thinking of? That there's a meme of a clerk who's really nice, and he's meant to be brushed off, but everyone liked him more than the main character. Oh, now I forget. Oh well, a meme from the turn of 2021, I believe. But
I'm sure I could figure out what you're talking about. It's just escaping my brain at the moment.
Not to worry. There's enough going on without our brains. Oh, I got an alert. Thank you, Trinary. Appreciate your support.
Yay. Thanks, Trinary.
Where was I? Oh, yes. There's I don't know if you ever watched Studio C over on the YouTubes.
Oh, is that the Mormon SNL one?
The Mormon? Are they Mormon? That I don't know.
Are they? Because isn't it like in Utah or something that Studio C is?
Could be. Could be.
Sorry, I do know that there is like a sketch comedy thing on YouTube, and they're good sketches, and they've had guest stars and stuff. But like a lot of my friends call them the Mormon ones because it's like, I think it's at the Brigham Young College, I think is where they film a lot of the sketches.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting.
I'm trying to recall, like, what are some of their funnier skits? They have a soccer player who gets kicked in the face a lot, or gets a ball bounced off his face a lot.
Oh, I remember the one where it's like, I think it's the Greek gods deciding what their what they will be the gods of, and Poseidon is constantly asking for more of them, including horses. Oh, yeah. Which is how I found out that Poseidon is also the god of horses for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know why they're associated with the sea, but
seahorses, I guess.
Oh, there you go. Ooh, or maybe it's that whole hippopotamus hippocampus thing.
Yeah, possibly.
Who knows? Or maybe, well, everybody just liked the horses. Uh-oh, what happened?
Who does it? What?
Well, Mary Drake, Mary Drake's mom has had a fall and broken her arm in 2 places. Oh.
Like right now?
Literally just learned.
Oh, I'm sorry. That sucks.
Incredibly. I'm sorry too. So, well, I don't know if you need to get on the going, but don't be hesitant.
Yeah, don't stay on our behalf. We're YouTubers. We matter so little.
Indeed. Unless we're talking about your favorite TV show, then our word is law. Law, I say.
Yes, because the show that has won Emmys and everything is bad because I said it does.
That's what the internet believes, I think.
Exactly. Listen to me. I am the internet. I am riddled with pop-up ads.
I thought that was just late stage acne. I should have known from the click here to learn more. I just didn't want to click the pimple.
It's like the Wizard or whatever from the WWW Izard from Aqua Teen.
Oh, yes, that's wizard. Whatever. Oh, goodness, that one. I remember that Aqua Teen. When Shake was just beginning his full display of douchery. In fact, I believe there was a poll.
I got the travel plan.
Shut up and eat your acorn.
All I could think of is the cloning the money episode, and they just shoot George Washington. It's like we should have cloned 20s. Jackson wouldn't have given a shit.
Exactly. Well, how about me? I'm at the seed money.
Am I pointing the gun right? No, wait, hold on. There you go. Now you got it. It's just pointing directly at Meatwad's head.
Well, I can't tell a lie.
Hi, Screwy.
Oh, Screwy
is in the chat. For people who don't know, Screwy is a friend of ours, has leaded many a vendor hall for the PonyCons, and is also a really good voice actor.
Yes, I've had the pleasure of doing some role-play games with them. Sort of our own version of... Oh. Gosh darn it. Why am I suddenly blanking on the franchise?
Dungeons and Dragons?
No, well, it is technically like Dungeons and Dragons, but it's...
Pathfinder?
No, it's a podcast. Where...
Critical Role?
Critical Role, thank you.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's either Critical Role or Dimension 20.
Those are the only two, I'm sure.
The only three like D&D podcast shows that I know is Critical Role, Dimension 20, and Legends of Evantris. And I know Legends of Evantris because of all the animated shorts that I see of that particular one.
Trinair also notes that Screwy is a fine producer of Depins.
Yes, yes. See someone with a kilt and embroidery machine, you know you walked by a Screwy. Hi, Drunk Russian. How's the day going? The day's going okay. I am doing my best.
As we all are, just doing all we can in the face of what in the hoo-ha-hey is going on. I'm so confused.
Yeah, I mean, my chat knows what I've been going through, so yeah, people dealing with a loss ain't easy. But we get up and we keep living.
That's right. Well, Sweetie Bloom would appreciate. I always think of that song "Wait for It."
From Hamilton.
Exactly.
You are the one thing in life you can control. I am Lin-Manuel Miranda. Give me my Tony. What? Those aren't the lyrics. Those aren't the lyrics.
I think that's what he puts in, like. Subconsciously, subliminal messaging.
You play it backwards, and it's just give me a Tony. Give me a Tony. Give me a Tony. Yeah, give me a Tony.
That sounds about right.
Oh.
Forgive me a moment.
I love that idea.
I have to charge my mouse. It's being all puffy.
You use your mouse for vector work?
Yes. Well, I like a stylus for like Photoshop coloring and the like. A mouse is more controllable for me in vectoring.
Disgusting.
Well,
disgusting.
But I clean it off after every use. Oh wait, that implies the wrong things.
What are you doing with? No.
Having barbecue. What did you think I was doing?
Something saucy, I'm sure.
Oh, there we go. Ooh. Not only was that a pun.
Yeah, see? That's why he likes me on the.
See, even when she makes her own puns, she's distressed. I don't control this.
Oh my goodness, Chillo! Thank you for gifting. How many? 10 gift subs? Jesus, what's with all the gift subs today? Thank you, guys.
Is this through the Twitch?
Yeah, this is through the Twitch. Thank you, guys.
Ah, magnifique.
Okay, well, I'm not sorry for you guys having to hear A and Y say you made a really bad decision for the next however long. But thank you, guys. I appreciate you.
Although there's a video I watch almost daily that features an oh my goodness.
Oh.
You know what? Despite what you might think, it is family friendly.
I mean, I assumed it was family friendly because they're saying, oh my goodness. If there was something, I'm sorry, there's certain phrases that don't work in a dirty context. Oh my goodness is not one of them. Like, it is, that one doesn't work. Like, oh, fizzle sticks as I rob the bank. Like,
oh, fiddle faddle.
Come on now. Golly.
Golly gee willikers. But you know what? Because we're all having just a little bit of a hard time or getting bad news, I'm just going to risk playing this for y'all real quick. Because it's a happy video and I find it gets me through the day sometimes. Whoa.
Okay.
I just got an alert too. Brony Prime Gamer, thank you for following. You're going to hear something. I don't know if you're going to see it. This is from a video called Kiwi the Talking Parrot Loves the Camera.
Oh, I love that video.
What's up, man?
Yep.
Is he saying? Is he saying I'm a good baby?
I think he's saying you be a good baby.
Aw, that's cute. That's cute.
Followed by, do you want a treat?
You want a tweet tweet? Oh, hey, chats. Do you want to hear about my fun adventure of learning how strong acetone is?
Oh, dear.
So one thing with resin is that if you like want to clean it off of surfaces and stuff, the best way to do it is using acetone nail polish remover. Uh, so I got it and I was cleaning stuff and it's like it already smells bad. That's a bad start, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when I'm painting with resin, I wash my brushes off in acetone to get the resin off. Perfectly fine. But I've been putting it in a glass, which is a perfectly fine way to put acetone in. But I was in a rush, so I was like, I have a little plastic cup. I will pour it in there. And I had it like stacked with 2 other plastic cups.
Mm-hmm.
Pour the acetone in. I'm working and I'm like, why does my arm feel wet? I look over. The acetone melted the bottom of the cups.
Egads.
That's when I learned. Don't put acetone in like red Solo cup plastic. It will melt it. It's almost like it's a polymer, and that's like what it's supposed to do. Like how it breaks down nail polish and stuff. Crazy thought. Science in motion.
So, but you know how it gets when you're deep in your cups. She's trying to hold back the words. I know it.
My VTuber doesn't have a mouth, so I can't scream.
But she's a cosmic being that can probably do horrible things to me.
Oh, most certainly. I have it, like, in theory, cosmonauts are kind of like bloodbenders, because, they can feel and manipulate stardust. And technically, we're all made of stardust. That's, like, what the universe is made out of. So, we could just kind of that out of you if we really wanted to, but we like you too much.
Right. Well, I'm glad for that. But again, challenge accepted.
Is that arthritis or did Chrissy get mad?
Oh, that'd be great.
Cosmonaut plushie when I would love to make a plushie of my VTuber. When I get big enough, I will most certainly probably do one. Well, what's your chat talking about right now?
Let's see here. They're talking about how Carl Sagan-esque. Talking about never used nail polish remover in a long time. Stopped even wearing nail polish. Oh, funny enough, there is a video on the YouTubes about using nail polish paints to make an Eye of Sauron.
Huh. That sounds interesting.
In resin.
Well, I mean, that makes sense. I've seen people use, like, gel polish and stuff when making resin crafts because it's very easy to do, like, a black base with, like, black gel polish and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do that. I have like, with all the micas that I buy, I was already at a great start to work with resins because I already buy mica powder for my soaps. I had like a black iron oxide mica that is just pure black. So I can just make black resin really easily. But if you're in a pinch, nail polish does work very well.
So you can make darkness, all the darkness.
Yes, I can just make your soul dark and black, and needs to be cured under a UV lamp.
Ooh, that's the part goths don't tell you about.
Do you work with UV resin or do you work with epoxy resin, like the ones that actually have to like properly cure for a period of time?
Mostly I work with the epoxy, but for smaller things like Equestria Girls geodes, I just go with the good old UV. In fact, I need to get going on trying some new things in preparation for Everfree Northwest.
Yes, I'm prepping stuff for TrotCon and Everfree Northwest.
Uh-oh, Goja Lion, I think he's taking a page from Sweetie Bloom's book. Thank you for the donation.
Oh, what did he do?
Well, Sweetie, I was talking one night about how all of a sudden online shops are offering you low payments of $4.25 a month for like $16 purchase. And
like the like the Klarna stuff, right?
Yep. And so Sweetie started giving donations in increments of $4 and a quarter. And now I think Goja Lion is honoring that proud tradition.
Paying it forward, if you will.
Literally. Hello, Dice Bloom. Good to have you here.
Hello, Dice Bloom. Hello, welcome, everyone. So I can't peek at your stream right now, so what's the character you're working on right now for your crowd shot? Who's the next butt you gotta vectorize?
Well, as I managed to, before the stream, I created Princess Cadence in that quarter turn, so now it's her hubby's turn. And remember, friends, from these powerful hindquarters came Flurryheart, destroyer of worlds. Yeah? Think about that.
I'm thinking. I am definitely thinking. Sorry, someone started playing a song request and the beginning of the song sounded like Invader Zim, and I was like, did someone just play and like request just an Invader Zim clip?
I don't know. You're lying. Okay, I confess I missed out on the initial Invader Zim, and I know it got a resurgence, but I was like, well, that's not really me.
Boo! Boo!
I know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to all the Zimners out, Zimnites? What does one call an Invader Zim fan?
I actually don't know. I don't know if there's a fandom name for Invader Zim fans.
But it's pretty high up there, I believe. It should have its own name. Zimmeronians?
Zimmers?
I don't know. That sounds a little too much like Boomer. Okay, Zoomers. Zimmeronians.
Let's see.
Zimtastics.
Zimmeronis.
Ooh, Zimmeronis.
The Mini Moose Army. Zimmies. Someone in my chat just said Zimmy. The Zimples. I hate all these name suggestions, guys. What? The Invaders. Oh my god, this is so stupid. We focused on the second half of the name instead of just call them Invaders.
I don't know. I kind of like the Zimples.
Of course you like Zimples.
It's got a real pop to it.
Zimpers, Zimba. Zimba, that's not even a name. That's a nothing name.
It's the
Zimps.
It's the circle of internet. You must fulfill it, Zimba.
Zimba the White Lion.
Oh, it's Zimba here on the internet, where there's trolls.
Okay, I have a new one. The Zimpsons, according to Attacko.
The Zimpsons. I could roll with it.
Zimians. Zimians actually sounds like an alien species. I dig that one, Drunk Russian.
Apparently, Zimmers, according to Elizabeth Snowbell, this literally means room in German.
Huh. Well, what interesting.
And Voice of Reason has joined us in the chat.
Hi, Voice.
Good to see you. He's commenting that Shining Armor's Tookus is almost at a sharp angle. Which, for all
He's
I
got a
know,
sharp butt. What are you shaming him?
no, I just think if it's tight enough to bounce quarters off, that would explain why Cadence was always out of change.
Oh God.
You're right. Who uses quarters anymore?
I mean, they actually have a coin-based economy, so that's the answer.
That's true. Also, there were a few people at BabsCon who were, paying with coin purses filled with silver dollars.
I've seen that that's become like a rising, like I guess tchotchke trend in like the convention scene of people paying with silver dollars, which I'm like I can't be mad at it because that requires you going to a bank because you have to go to a bank to ask for the money in silver dollars because there's no place you can just casually go get silver dollars. And that requires them actually having to go and interact with another human being. So I'm proud of you for overcoming your social anxiety.
But at the same time, I have to get this through security.
Yeah. Thank you for requesting the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Drunk Russian.
Oh, now this is a story all about how I became a Zimmer, turned upside down.
Have you heard Will Smith's newest song?
Will Smith does music now?
He's been doing music. He started as a rapper, Silver.
I know, I'm just being difficult.
Oh, no, he made a song called, like, Pretty Girls, and literally the chorus is, I like pretty girls. I like pretty girls. It's not a good song, but it's pretty much only a bad song because of the production of it. Because everyone has like changed the backing track of it with other Will Smith songs, and they're like, wait, it's fire when you put the Men in Black 2 theme behind it. It's like, oh, so you just got a raw deal. Sorry, Big Willie.
Oh my goodness, that's probably an unfortunate name too.
What, Big Willie?
I
mean, it could be a brag. It's all about the confidence.
Or the fact that he'll slap you otherwise. Big slap, baby, big slap. Bah, bah.
But no, I agree, Chill. Will Smith has done better songs in the past.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember. I thought he was, honestly, I know him better for his acting career than his rap career.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up with, French Prince of Bel-Air, so my first exposure to him was as an actor. But I did, find his music stuff later on in life, and he there was a reason for his fame.
Though, gotta give it to Enderpup. His music slaps. Ooh, the silence speaks volumes.
I would give you an award for that joke, but then you'd have to give it back.
Well, who knows? I know that Taylor Boy McCardle and Red Card and Princess Deadpool will be at Everfree. Maybe they'll have some awards to give.
What if someone did a panel at Everfree that was an award show, but no one knew what the awards were for? And everyone had to just go up and do their acceptance speeches totally improv'd.
That'd be something. I mean, or you just have no idea. In the field of Harumarafui, we give it to Jasper Pie.
I like the idea that it's and our next award goes to Silver-Quill, and then you come up and it's like, oh, this is totally unexpected. I'm so glad to be accepting this award for, and then you open up the piece of paper and it's like the best person wearing ladies' heels.
Oh, I'm glad you noticed.
And then your whole I'm glad. Yeah, it's all improv. You don't know what award you're getting for.
Hey, that could work.
It'd be a fun. I mean, it's essentially one long Who's Line bit, isn't it?
But it could work. I'm not saying no.
Yeah, I mean that's true. You're not saying no.
Don't say no to freaky awards shows. Of course, the funny part is then if somewhere in the mix you have something that isn't even an award. This award for John Cena. Dun, 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 dun.
Some random person comes up. Yes, hi, I'm John Cena. You might know me from the show.
From the show, from the biggest heel turn in recent memory.
And Tooth Fairy 2.
Tooth Fairy 2. Oh my. Wait. I thought that was Dwayne Johnson.
The first Tooth Fairy was Dwayne Johnson. Actually, I think the second Tooth Fairy movie was Larry the Cable Guy.
A bad gum.
Yeah. You know, you might be a redneck if you star in the sequel of a movie that starred a person much more famous than you in the first movie. Yes, I know that's Jeff Foxworthy's bitch. Shut up. You should be ashamed that you know Jeff Foxworthy's humor. I know I am.
I don't know. It could work.
Why?
It
could work. Why is Cosmic small right now? Because I'm small. How dare you ask?
You explain your smallness. And potato. Alrighty. Town Hall. There we go. One cadence und shining. All together now.
All together now.
All together now. Would he...
Where's their child? Are they unattended?
Well, I have to assume that Flurry would not be at a public award show and that she would cause grievous harm to the honoree and the attendees.
I mean, that's true. That's true. They are a menace to society.
Plus, I mean, why would you bring a baby to an Oscar award show or the like?
I don't know. Has there ever been like a celebrity who took their like newborn kid to the Oscars?
Not that I'm aware. I do remember when there was this movie In Time. It was the one where your life is basically measured and time is a currency.
Oh, the Justin Timberlake movie?
I don't know if it was Justin Timberlake, but it was definitely, well, it was a movie. Unfortunately, my biggest memory is that in a movie full of gunfire and explosions, two women brought their babies with them.
Always a smart decision.
And the poor kids, I understand, they kept crying. This was like an 8 o'clock show. I don't even know why they were there.
You should be in bed.
Exactly, and I think the kids were agreeing. But they would not do anything. They wouldn't quiet the kids. They wouldn't leave the theater.
Soothe them.
No soothing. Definitely not for the audience either.
Huh.
So it kind of spoiled the showing when you're just hearing a kid wail.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's not fun.
Celestia and Luna need to be bigger than Cadence and Shining. If only by a little. Okay, there we go. And there's a golden fox on my chat. Hello, Golden. Dice Bloom notes Flurry's various crimes, breaking the crystal heart. Oh, and then we get to the uncomfortable question. Being married to an alicorn, what do you do? What does that do for, lifespan expectancies?
I don't think they think too hard about that.
No, they probably don't.
I mean, it's one of the things that I used to think about with the Hotel Transylvania movies, of the fact that, they never think to turn Jonathan into a vampire. It's like, but Mavis is going to outlive him, right? Like, that's kind of a thing. She's 118 years old in the movie. So, like, she's going to outlive him. One's an immortal being and one ain't. And their kid is at least half immortal, so he's probably going to at least age slower. So it's like, why was there never a movie where the plot is, making him into a vampire? Or Mavis becoming human? Like, there's, like, one or two roads you can go down here.
Well, maybe they didn't want to take any ideas and be associated with Twilight, the other Twilight.
I suppose so.
Because when they turned her into a vampire, it's like, wow, she already didn't know what it was like to be human.
I should make this more darker. I'm mixing some resin for Sunset's jacket.
So will the kid not grow as old as Fat Sap Strider? It seems like in a lot of fiction, immortals or those with exceptional long lives, they grow up fast. But then they stop at like the optimum age.
Yeah, basically.
Which seems kind of silly. Plus, we saw that Fleury had at least ascended to be within the Crystal Empire. Also, I don't understand why the references I have for Cadence had her mouth coming inward on this three quarters. This makes more sense.
Sorry, Drunk Russian. I can't control how many ads Amazon gives you.
Uh-oh.
And they get that. I will say this, behind the curtain, Twitch does not give you a way to turn off ads. I make pennies with the ad revenue that Twitch gives. Like, even when I stream for long, like my subathon where I streamed for like 14 days, even that, like, the ad revenue was nothing. So it's like they but they give you no way to turn it off. They give you no way to turn off ads off your stream. So
No, Dice Balloon Flurry did not have a cutie mark, at least none that we could see.
Maybe you could see one in the stained glass window, like in the finale.
Maybe. Well, let me just take a quick gander here. Flurry heart, screenshot, stained glass.
Because I know we see what her adult design is basically with that.
Maybe just window. Apparently I'm not spelling stained glass right. Here we are. Well, it shows her with the crystal heart. No cutie mark of which I am aware. She got the long bangs, though. Long bangs.
Yeah, she got her mama's hair.
She got her mama's hair, but with some of her daddy's striping. Alrighty. So, let me see here. I'm gonna now transplant from best friends Ember and Thorax.
Oh god, Ember can't be a fun one to do a back view of.
Well, certainly had questions about how her claws would look. But it worked out, I think. Let's see here. Thorax is about as tall as Celestia now. And funny enough, Ember is about as tall as Luna.
When you do your videos with like the vector characters, with characters with moving hair like Luna and Celestia, where it's a loop, do you also do the loop? I forgot if you do.
I do. Thankfully, I didn't have to draw each and every frame. A very kind soul sent me their Luna and Celestia, what was it? Flash puppets, which featured the loop. Mm-hmm. And I exported those as PNGs. And that is how then I just looped that over my drawings or behind them, depending. That's what I'll do in this, even if they're only in frame for a few seconds.
But also, just to tell people, thank you sincerely for your gift subs and donations today. It's really nice of all of you. I'm sorry I haven't been around as much. If I going through loss is hard, but I'm doing my best, and y'all definitely help. So thank you so much.
Good on y'all.
And I'm glad to be streaming with my pal. One of my oldest friends, honestly, and not just
because
that has multiple meetings. And
this young lady, when she was just a newcomer in the fandom, I'll tell you what, she'd be like, "Oh, Silver Senpai, notice me."
I was not that. How dare you? But you are not my oldest friend. That would be Dusty. I mean, that's a high bar to reach. So
indeedy. But I'm in good company.
But I mean, I've known you for over 10 years now, isn't it?
Indeedy.
Crazy how much time has flown.
Oh, some days it feels like a blink of the eye.
Yeah. Hair today, gone tomorrow, all that.
Although also, the COVID lockdown really butchered any sense of time I have.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's hard to say something is over 10 years or something when, 3 of those were just inside.
And I just look around and people are like, "Oh, yeah, it's been so many years since COVID." Has it? I don't know. I can't tell anymore. Life is an enigma wrapped in a mystery. Crazy. It drives me insane. Zapshire says I'm not that old. That old. Come on.
That old.
I'm only half the age of Dust. Oh dear, Cosmonaut. The Student 6. They would be friends with Spike, wouldn't they? Wait, did they ever talk to him?
Well, I mean, the orange one. Didn't she hang out with Spike a bit?
Oh yeah, Smolder definitely would. Well, something to consider. But first, near the top of the hour, let's save. All right. Well, one thing at a time. I gotta do this one step at a time. All right. But for the moment, I've completed Zakura, Cadence, and Shining. I think now is the time for Sunburst. Now it's time for Soap. But I need some Sunburst references. Oh, dear.
Are you it's crazy how much Sunburst has gotten a resurgence in the fan. There were quite a few people buying Sunburst art and stuff the last con I was at.
Well, that makes sense. Characters enjoy highs and lows, and some conventions seem practically made for them.
Yeah, true. It's crazy to see what is the highest selling character at each con. Because, there is, I feel like when you ask vendors, if you do enough canvassing, you do find out, Spitfire was the main character at this convention, or Starlight, or Flutters, or then you get, the weird ones, like Sunburst, or something like that, where it's why is this one the one that is being people's pay cow right now?
Who knows? The princesses
fascinating.
The princesses are always a safe bet.
Oh yes, Luna especially is always a safe one to go for.
I will not deny this at all.
I have found that there has been a downturn in people buying Fluttershy and Pinkie Pie, though, which makes me sad.
Oh, also seems quite bizarre. I don't know Pinkie's level of fandom presence. She's certainly in enough merchandising. But Fluttershy
that's what's weird to me.
Fluttershy has always won people over by virtue of, we've all been, I think it's safe to assume that a lot of bronies have had to deal with social anxiety and awkwardness. So I'm surprised. Who knows? Perhaps as they get older, they gain more confidence. I hope.
Maybe. It's just it's a very interesting, like, trend that I have seen is all of just like, I remember when Fluttershy was like the quintessential, like, first sale for a lot of people, and, now it's like, it's not guaranteed.
One trend I've always kind of lamented in the fandom is that as the seasons went on, people didn't seem to come up with ideas for background or second-tier characters so much.
Yeah, not to the level that, like, seasons 1 and 2 had with Derpy, with Dr. Hooves, with Minuet and Lyra and Bon Bon and stuff.
I was never sure. I thought it was suddenly the fear that we would only get 1 or 2 seasons was well past gone. It seemed to be going without an end in sight, I'd wager.
It's crazy, especially since the later seasons eventually gave, the later seasons eventually gave way to a lot of, like, very purposeful, unique character designs and stuff. Yeah, especially with, like, the map episodes and everything, you'd think those characters would have gotten more spotlight than what they do.
And that's not a critique of the fans, it's just a change.
Yeah, it's just kind of it's weird. It's interesting.
It's cute, but it's wrong.
But like, Gabby. Gabby is a good example, where it's like, I'm surprised that there's not as much fan art and stuff of her when she's such a, this looks like a character that everyone would grab and be like, this is my baby, I must protect.
That's right. You do not mess with the Gabby, especially as she becomes possible shipping fuel for Spike.
Yeah.
Although, is she too old for him as well?
Well, that's the thing. Spike ages very slowly, I've realized. Because, like, how many years are we supposed to say that has been since Spike hatched?
Well, let's see here. He hatches on Twilight's test day, and suddenly Twilight's parents have to go home with a new child in tow. Not sure how that worked out.
Well, I mean, you're studying with the princess now. I guess we got to take our lumps.
Congratulations. You're not receiving a scholarship, but here's another mouth to feed.
Here's a baby.
Baby! Please don't eat it. Oh, but I want my baby back, baby back.
And, Cadence charges a premium for more than one kid.
Actually, yeah, there's a question. Did she babysit Spike as well? Oh, my goodness. We are delving deep We're delving deeper into the hidden unknowns of Equestria.
Good job. Good job.
Thank you. But either which way, I don't know how old Spike was in the show. He's still technically a baby, but certainly capable.
Yeah, but baby is also relative when dragons can live for thousands of years.
I don't know if you ever watched Darkwing Duck.
I did watch Darkwing Duck.
There was an episode where his mentor in martial arts, who turned out to be one big fraud, he summoned an ancient dragon, but from dragon perspective, it was just a baby and it acted like it.
Oh.
So that led to some awkward confrontation at the episode's climax.
I can imagine.
Huh. And I just realized that Sunburst's star swirl like cape isn't very well color coordinated. Oh well. Nerd.
Is it not?
Well, just that the white line that serves as some of the trim flips sides as you go down.
Huh.
How very dare. So if Tiny Wings are disability, did Bulk Biceps just work out until his worked, while Scootaloo embraced her disability? I tend to think it's more magic than anything else.
I think it's a cartoon.
Yes, there is that argument, but I kind of like to dream, to world build.
Oh no, I think world building is fun and it is more than okay to dream. I just also like saying that it is a cartoon.
Yeah, it's like, people, this is a cartoon. Stop getting your jimmies rustled.
But for my viewers, so this is some stuff I've been working on. I've been making like little resin cutie mark pendants, and if I shine this under it enough, I don't know if it shows, but it glows in the dark. This is Luna.
Now I'm actually very, very curious to know what will be the first thing to sell.
I'm very curious to see what will be the first thing.
Ooh, can we take bets? Okay, place your bets. Place your bets. First thing to sell. No, you can't buy it. That's cheating. No, wait, that would be self-defeating though, because then people wouldn't buy it first to avoid.
Yeah, because everyone would just be waiting for their thing to sell first and to win their bet.
But now I have this image of like 5 to 10 people just around your booth, watching and leering at passerby, inspecting, and he's like, "What's going on? I'm very uncomfortable."
Are you gonna buy something? Or do you have Magic the Gathering cards to show me? Because people have done that before.
Oh?
Oh, there was someone who had like a giant tower of Magic the Gathering cards, and they went around the vendors. They didn't buy anything, and they only just showed their collection of Magic the Gathering cards to vendors.
Well, that's cool.
Because, they can't get up. They can't leave.
Oh, your captive audience approach, I see.
Uh-huh. Okay. The operative word being captive. They were nice though. I joke and I goof and gaff, but they were nice. So for people wondering, when I do layers of resin, if I'm blocking out my next part that I'm doing, I block it out using and I want to make sure the color really has a separation. I use a Posca pen on top of it. So that way the resin has a white base, so the color pops out better. It is a method that I have learned works quite well.
Mm. And that's also true in the print industry. When you get clear stickers or, standees with like a epoxy or acrylic standees, there's a layer of white ink that helps make the colors pop.
Ah.
In fact, I saw a few tutorials on how to do homemade standees, but, they don't look as good as, say, Vogres.
I mean, yeah, but not a lot of things do. I saw a tutorial of how to make your own acrylic charm kind of things, but it requires shrinky dink things, and I didn't have the patience for shrinky dinks when I was 8. I don't have the patience for shrinky dinks at 28.
20. Way to make me feel super old. Durr. Oh, this young kid, we didn't have a...
You knew I was 28. Shush,
I
shush,
know,
shush, shush.
but to say it aloud just makes me feel older still. Oh, back in my day, we didn't have acrylics.
Yes, you did. Acrylics came out in the 1950s.
I said back in my day, Missy. Don't you talk back now. No, we just had like really clear rocks. You know, you cut them thin enough, you get a little bit of clearness, and then we hit each other with it. And that was a Saturday night. It was so the last person standing the night was the standee, and we all applauded him when we woke up.
Grandpa, I don't think that is the same thing as what we were selling at conventions.
Yeah, but that's where the name come from. Everybody else just posing.
Are they posers, Grandpa?
No, that was the other thing we called them when we struck them over the head. They struck a really interesting pose, and we would remember it. Funny enough, that's where the chalk outline came from, too.
Oh, my God. That was a good one. You know what? I'll give you points. That was a good one.
Oh, thank you.
You got me there.
Thank you very much. But then they started cracking down on our fun, and suddenly, oh no, standee's just got to be someone who's standing. Oh, everybody got to get an award for standing.
Okay, Grandpa.
Meh.
You save those for your boomer review series.
Oh, that's right.
I like the Wolf Knight in my chat said that I'm a toddler compared to you. I am not a... How dare you?
Wait, how old does your chat think I am, just out of curiosity? No hints?
Chat, how old do you think Silver-Quill is? Put your guesses in and I'll look at them in a second.
And I will feel great rage.
Someone just wrote he's an uncle. That's not an age.
No, that's a kind of a weird... your age is uncle. What?
Your age is... Uncle. What?
Who's been messing with this machine?
Okay, so the current things are... Ken of Dragons says 42... Chill 50 says 30. Drunk Russian says 37. Cherry Fluffbelly says a mailman with a baby face. Goji and Magical Star say 45.
Well, in December, those two will be correct. But, well, yeah, those I was expecting someone to slip in a 60 or, well.
Taco says 67 and star years, so 11.
I'm just a little baby who's very, very upset.
In star years? Wait, what does star years mean, Taco? Are star years the year, like dog years for what species?
Well, think about it. A star does not rotate, as far as I'm aware. Well, it certainly doesn't.
No.
It certainly doesn't have an orbit. Everything orbits it. So technically, a star can't measure its own years. There's no calendar.
That is true.
So, I mean, is it like a tree? We have to cut it open and count its rings? Oh, wait, those are Saturn rings. My bad.
Chill Fido just says, we're not monsters, Silver. What does that mean? Oh, probably towards them not guessing that you're 60.
Yes, but you're also not saints for saying 25 or something like that.
And uncle.
Yes.
I don't know why. I feel like uncle was weirdly accusatory.
Please state your name for the record. Silver-Quill. State your age, uncle. See how things
that
go.
Makes Cosmic 5 if Silver is 11 in star years. I'm not 5. How dare... Where? I am not 5. If you accuse me of being 5, I'm going to have a bad tantrum.
Ooh, a kid tantrum? Oh, Blue Griffin Azora. You're as
supernova tantrum.
Okay, Swordbreaker 12 gets the prize for the youngest age guest, 3.
You are a very talented 3-year-old.
I'm a prodigy.
Wouldn't that be the best way to lie? Is that you're not an untalented adult. You're just a really talented child.
That's right. I had quite the growth spurt. And brain development. But Blue Griffin says they're as old as G1 Transformers. Well, so am I.
Wow, is Transformers that old?
Man, they came out in what, 1984? Pokemon Fire EV corrects me.
If it's 1984,
I'm older
then
than...
it's 41.
Older than Transformers.
Then yeah, you're older than Transformers.
Pokemon Fire EV corrects me. Stars do rotate, just very slowly, and no one cares.
What do you... That's so mean at the end. No one cares.
Well, I mean, we're all busy comparing our own ages in relation to that star. I don't know if anyone's had the presence of mind to flip that around.
But but you know, wow, you know what? How dare you say that no one cares about stars and their ages? You know what? We work hard to make those stars. You should care. They're very sad. You forgot their birthdays. All like 1 million of them.
Well, if it helps, there was a typo and it was no one cars. So maybe they were actually saying people don't drive so they don't blot out the stars. There you go. You owe me one Pokemon Fire EV. I'm covering for you.
Yeah.
Imagine if you pissed off an actual star or self-contained galaxy. It's like that. There's no apology card that's going to get you out of that one.
It would have to be a really nice card. It has to sing.
I've seen gift cards that can whistle.
Have you seen like the Rickroll ones that like you have to like pull a tab before you give it to them because it doesn't turn off when you close the card. Oh, so God. The only way that you can turn it off is like destroying the card.
Oh, that sounds harsh. Or endure the song for ages and ages.
I want to figure out what's the technology for that and then give someone a card, but it has a custom recorded message in it.
It's like, oh, could it be Max's, oh my goodness, you don't realize what you did.
Yeah, you made a really bad decision. That would be great. I should do that. It's a great idea.
Pull tab sound button. Well, I've got sound buttons I could give you, but no. Oh, wait. Oh. Check your Discord, if you don't mind.
Sorry, on top of all this, someone just put into my playlist one of the songs from 8 Crazy Nights, the Adam Sandler movie, which is just so great to hear in the background.
Oh, is it the
Full tab module? Yeah, it's the Bum Biddy song.
God, what was the last Adam Sandler movie that came out?
It was like a space movie on Netflix.
Oh, okay, I missed that one.
Yeah, it was like about a Russian astronaut or something.
Oh, that makes sense.
Anyways,
I think the last thing I saw was a review of Pixels.
Really? You didn't watch Uncut Gems?
Nope, don't think I saw that one.
Huh.
I gotta double check on that.
Folks, it was great being around you guys, but I actually, one of my friends just called me asking if I could help them with something, so I do need to go do that.
Alrighty. Well, then, I appreciate you taking the time to hang with me and talk things art and beyond.
Of course, I love hanging out with you.
Well, I'll look forward to seeing you in person at Everfree.
Yes, and hopefully when this returns to Fulfillment Friday, I can come on again, because it's always fun to come on with you.
I'd be glad to have you with us. So, take care, and I hope your friend is okay.
Oh, they're okay. They need my help with an art thing.
There you go. Well, they're coming to the right person.
Shucks. Thank you.
Alrighty.
All right. See you later, Silver.
See you later. Bye-bye. Alrighty. Well, now you're all stuck with me. So, how about we get a little bit of music going, because without her contribution, I fear I should bore you all quite terribly. But yes, it is always a bit of a struggle. Just getting ready for stuff, trying to keep on top of life, and then life throws you surprises that you didn't ask for. But we keep on a-rolling. Just to keep on a-rolling. Now, I'm curious with all you good peeps, how have you been doing in the heat? Because that's been a huge factor this past week. I heard stories about the difficulties on the East Coast. I myself at this racetrack was there at, it was 100-degree weather, but thankfully I had some shade, so that helped. But have you all been doing okay mit the heat? Still melting is Cherry Fluff Belly. Voice points out it's all that the heat wave is almost over. Here's hoping. As quick as possible, if you please. Please and thank you. You had to use Zapstride Game, you had to use ice packs. And multiple fans because, central air broke. The Swordbreaker asserts that you all are not stuck in here with me. I'm stuck in here with you. Oh my. $3 lousy and a sunburn for Elizabeth Snowbell at a yard sale. I'm sorry. I was driving around and I saw kids doing a lemonade stand. They had a lot of what I assume were neighbors hanging out, but either way, it was a good time. Looked like they were having a good time. And that is nice to see. Alrighty, Sunburst, we're almost there. Though you've got to have all this frizzy main stuff. Why did all the main, or at least named characters have to be so wonderfully detailed? Why, I ask you, why? Here we are. So many little strands. Oh wow, Enderpup, it's 107 where you are this afternoon. And yeah, Hawkfire, all our electric bills are probably going to go up. But you can't put a price on health. And I definitely don't want anyone getting heat stroke. Merchandising, merchandising. Blue Griffin Azora asserts that Sunburst is the only one who could pull off facial hair, but only with the current goatee. So having it like cleaned up and nice wouldn't really work for you. Though I've seen some artwork of Shining Armor with a beard later in life. Don't know if he could pull it off. I mean, it would certainly add a bit more variety to his clean coat, but I just don't know. Let's see here. There we go. There we are. Shining with the Beard, Comic Sans, it does sound interesting. Unfortunately, Gavin G. Griffin, I haven't watched Digital Circus yet. I only recently got caught up with Has Been Hotel. There we are. So, it's been an interesting evening. I've learned that Studio C is part of the, well, maybe based in Salt Lake City. That really doesn't change my enjoyment of their humor or anything. It's just a fun little factoid. I've gotten to work on my old man review voice. I'll tell you what. And, well, we'll keep going from there. Just learning. Cherry Flipel, you putting the dog to bed? That's nice. The current goatee. Facial hair normally does not look good on ponies, in Blue Griffin's opinion. It's only the current goatee. Although, just out of curiosity, with the beard, without. With the beard, without. I don't know. I think it looks good either way. Oh yeah, we'll have to draw the beard as well. Yeah. lives my life by the show's title after the fact, says Trinary. Yep, it's true. Oh yes, even with my limited knowledge of Hell of a Boss, I've seen all the Luna fan art. Maybe it's just something about characters named Luna. Nutty McNuckster, I don't know if those things on either side of Sombra's head are part of a helm or they're his sideburns. Thankfully, sideburns don't seem to move like manes do. Imagine if Celestia's locks moved on top of her head in addition to that big sweeping mane. Here we go. And like so. Boop. I find it funny that Keyframe does not like the idea of using a mouse. What can I say? For some jobs, you want the freedom of hand. For others, you want the surety. Twilight is the princess of magic does not mean that Twilight will outlive the other princesses. And, well, who knows? Everybody's so afraid now that Twilight will outlive her friends. Is another way to look at it, Twilight will be able to honor her friend's memory in all that she does, in all that she passes on. I say that because, well, life, sadly, loss is a part of life. And learning how to accept that, but not forget those we love, is an important factor. But it sure ain't easy. Incidentally, we're celebrating my dad's birthday this Friday. I hope he's with us for a good long time, but I also know one day I will have to say goodbye. But I'm not going to dwell on that right now, because goodness knows there's been enough dwelling. I have dwelt on far too much already. There we go. Whoops, wrong color. Well, Magical Dude, we don't know the fate of everyone. The assertion is everybody was long gone by the time our dear Sunny Bunny Honey got her starring role. And, well, we're unsure of all that may have happened. Does Sunburst use his cloak as a blanket at night, Enderpup? I don't think so, but he does consider it an important article of clothing to wear, as he was so shy when Starlight rather unceremoniously jumped into his bedroom. Now, let's bring these to the forefront. Yes. And now we size it up. Or down, depending on the need. That's looking pretty good. Now, we need to get some proper colors going. Ah, I see. So, there we go. Select the same fill color. And select the same stroke color. Doo-doo. This is me serenading. See, getting better. I don't think I did that quite right. Different shade of red? No? Oh, wait, I see. Oh, dear. There's a whole element to Sunburst Noggin that I did not pick up on. Not to worry, though. We'll fix it. Hasbro let G4 weigh down G5 by connecting together. It's true. How can I put it? I'm not against the idea, but they definitely didn't do themselves any favors by saying, oh, what Twilight accomplished has been undone. I don't think anyone was thrilled with that idea. But as I said in my video, there's always something of a backslide in history. Sadly, progress is never linear. So I'm okay with ponies forgetting as long as they learn again. The problem is that once Sunny accomplished that mission, she never really answered the whole what now question, including but not limited to, what about the rest of Equestria? Here we go. There we are. A little bit more on the nose there. And speaking of, our boy's got another stripe of mane going here. Not that I ever noticed. I guess it's the sign of good design when you don't notice everything right away. Da, 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 da. Boing, boing. All right. Oh, before you leave, where do sharks normally go on vacation? Finland. If I hadn't already made a Finnish joke this week, I might have stolen that. Apologies. Of course, I found that whenever I try to make a joke about European geography, well, it's very clear that people care a lot about their distinctions. Because yes, Finland is not part of the Scandinavian countries, but its language, well, they all share apparently the Norse mythology. Where's that nostril? Apologies if I'm not talking as much. I guess after a good conversation, sometimes I've burnt it out. Got dragons at the last minute, Pokemon Fire EV notes, but dragons themselves didn't even act like G4 dragons, that's true. Oh, Enderpup, the Welsh thing. Oh, that was unfortunate. Very unfortunate, but I think I've made up for it. I think folks have moved on or forgiven. But who knows? Let's see now. Alrighty. Now I need to copy Sunburst's brows. There we go. Bit more sunbursty there. So now we just take you back. And we need the beard. And true. Ray Drake, you need to ask your English friend, family member? I'm not sure. Is Europe a real place, Nutty? Well, I'm sure some days it probably feels very surreal. But yeah, people were not happy when a map I got did not list Wales as its own entity. So really they should be mad at the map maker, not me, but no, I understand. Oh, interesting. Sunburst's tail has a bit of a different swish to it. Oh, yeah, I am suddenly feeling tired. Now, what can I say? It's been periods of focus, energy, interaction, and above all, heat. Well, here we go. I'm going to add just a little bit more of a tail section to Sunburst. Actually, I'm pretty sure that's a hole denoting his posterior. Good detail. So maybe I should just draw a regular Okay. Oh my goodness. 61 Fahrenheit outside right now for Swordbreaker, 79 for Mary Drake. Friend, not family member. Okay, Mary Drake. Just looking at the comments, seeing what people have to say. $77 for Adam Leisman. Oh boy. I haven't checked the temperature outside for me, but it's probably... Well, we actually had a bit of a rainy day today, so I can't complain. You know, it's funny, Keyframe yawned before the start of our streams, and now I'm yawning as well. Oh, it is psychosomatic, or some such. These darn duotone coats. I don't know how the animators do it. I basically rely on masks. And I just set it to clip so it covers everything, and then put a little white over his hooves, and there you go. A Bob's your uncle, as they say. Over in England, which is... Wait, no. Right, England, which is a part of the British Empire, which encompasses things, but is not the same as others. Geography for me is a struggle, and recently, quite the weakness. Yes, quite. Make the mask. Copy the mask. Whoops. What happened to your brows? Here we are, over here. And we'll just put you right here. Okay, now everything... And the... Gosh darn... Okay, I think our boy is finally ready to go. Zut alors. See, the bonus to all this is that if I need these things down the way... darn tail was out of the frame. Here we go. Let's just ungroup and group everything together. How frustrating. Let's see. Oh dear, calling me Yanni tomorrow? I don't know. Right now, everybody, it's pretty good temperature here. I don't know how Denver's current temperature is. That's worth a quick check. Denver current temperature. 72 degrees. So, not too bad. Alrighty. So let's get old Sunburst here. Let's put him with the secondary stars, because, you know, he's going to want to be friends with Air Buddy. Now the question is, where would he stand in relation to everything? Because I know he'd want to stand, he'd probably be standing next to his bud Starlight. Although she would insist on nothing else. Trixie would then be good on the other side, which means Sunset comes to the forefront. It's just basic logic. There we go. Now, who else would be in there? Oh, Maud and Mudbriar. Yeah, there's that. Oh my goodness. All the nerdy ponies together. Well, that is quite possible. All right, we're getting there. I know it seems like it's taking forever, and it is, but I'm getting where I need to be. Ah, ma foi. Now, let's see. Can't say Chancellor Naysay would be big on this. Flim and Flam definitely wouldn't be there. Ah, but what about our boy Brayburn? Have I got some Brayburn references? Yeah, man. Just going through here. Here we go. Brace yourself, Brayburn. You're up next. Hopefully, not as difficult an effort as Sunburst's many details. Okay, let's embed these so I don't miss them if they should suddenly be unlinked. But how are we doing in the chat? Hopefully no one's passed out from heat. Such a cute boy. Yes, Interpub. Let's talk about streams because, boy, next week's crowded. Here's where I am with things, folks. July is going to be a hard month for me. Next week, on Friday, there's going to be a race that I will be streaming in honor of the 4th of July. It's a 2-day event, so Friday, Saturday. Then Thursday is the start of the Denver Fan Expo, and because of the races, I'm just going to check out the Fan Expo on Thursday. Which means, well, also I'll want to visit with my friends who are moving in July to Florida, whom I won't get to see as readily as before. And Tuesday is my writing group, so I'm not seeing a lot of options for hosting a stream these days, for which I apologize. So I'm gonna skip next week because I just can't find the time to do so. But I will hope to see you all the week after. And, well, I'll just keep you in the loop as things develop. Let's see. Al Mitchenfelder. New Jersey's so hot. Ladies of the evening. Oh, dear. Well, Micah Hayward, I'm sorry that you're coming in at the tail end of things, but hopefully rewatch the stream will be entertaining. Glad you could be here. Oh my goodness gracious. So yes, Brayburn is our next subject, victim, you decide. Thankfully, he's a bit more of a simplified pony, so I don't think I'll have to worry as much about capturing his main style. Here we go. And what else to report? I mean, I'll also share a personal grievance. I like fireworks. I like their beauty. I like how they're kind of spellbinding. But I don't like how much they scare dogs. And people right now are, of course, setting off their own private fireworks, not realizing the distress they're causing to our canine friends. And I'll just say it, I like dogs more than I like fireworks. If someone asked me, would you rather have fireworks or calm dogs, I would say farewell to fireworks. Have a really good drone show if you can swing it. So, I just wonder if the era of fireworks has passed, or perhaps I'm just on the outs on this one. I don't know. Let me know what you think, but I would prefer that people not be setting off random fireworks, especially when it costs our canine companions such fear. Someone tell you how Brayburn's vest works? Well, as far as I can tell, it's really just 2 slips. Yeah, it's just 2 slips of leather that are somehow held around his belly. There's no connective piece between them. That's a bit weird, if you ask me. Mary Drake rightly points out it's not great for cats either. So many mammals have much greater senses of hearing than we. Well, anywho, I will keep working on our Brayburn bud. But I might take some liberties with his vest because I would like it to at least make sense. Give some sort of connection over it. This was from the early days, so I can give a little leeway that they might not have cared as much about physics and whatnot. Why leather? Well, it's the Wild West. He's supposed to look all frontiersy. Alrighty. Well, either which way, we're at the top of the hour, and I think it's a good point to wish you all a fond evening. I hope you can all stay cool this week, and I hope this weekend will be a good, easygoing time for y'all. But for tonight, I'm grateful that so many folks came to talk with us. Shout out to all the good folks over in Keyframe's chat. Got to hear some interesting comment from them. And I will look forward to having a stream with y'all again in the near future. Just, well, July is a hectic month, to be sure. So it also feels kind of weird to be doing this on a Wednesday. I suddenly realized I've still got 2 more days in the week. But in the meantime, I wish you all the best and a wonderful time. Be safe and be well. I'm Silver-Quill. Thanks for